Okay, everybody, I'm back and I'm going to show you how I made this pretty rope kind of weave wreath for this one. Is actually going to go inside. It's not going to go outside like I said. But what you're going to need, this is a wreath frame from the dollar store. Okay, very inexpensive. These I purchased from Hobby Lobby and they were each, I have 3 different colors. The blue, the white, kind of like a cream and then like a tan color. Okay, so I think it's gonna be like that, or maybe like this. Okay, but anyway, these were 50% off of each one. You're gonna need some zip ties or a Chanel stem or pipe cleaner. You will also need some glue or a hot glue gun, and I might use that instead. Do me a favor. Bring me just a piece of paper, please. I have a little helper over here. And just, yeah, it could be a scratch sheet of paper. And also some scissors. Okay, so one of the first things you want to do, of course, cut your tag off. And there are easier ways to do this, and I might do something close to that. I'll show you one method, and you can see how long that's 15 feet long. And I do hope I have enough rope to do this. We will find out. If not, I will just have to go back and get some more. I'm going to unravel, thank you. I'm going to unravel the whole thing so you can see that's about how much we have. So I probably will need some more, and that's okay. So I'm gonna let this drop down to the ground, remove this tape, and I just want something unique. I'm kind of doing a nautical kind of thing with beach and sand and everything like that in my house. So that's one reason why I'm doing this. And I'm just gonna hot glue these ends together a little bit here. Okay, you won't be able to see that. Grab my paper because my hot glue gun gets pretty hot. Okay, and just make sure those are together. And I'm gonna start here. And what I want to do is curve this over so that it will meet. Now, I do have some hot glue here, and I'm going to put some more on here because you see it's already coming loose. So it's going to take quite a bit of hot glue, and then we'll use that Chanel stem to hold this together, okay? Because we don't want this, we want that glue to set. We're gonna cut this off, so don't worry, that's not gonna be showing. But I'm gonna pull that kind of tight and get it to wrap around there really good. And I'm not worried about how this part looks right now because, again, I am going to take this off later. I'm going to cut that off, okay? So now what I'm going to start doing is weaving this through just like a basket. It does take some work to do this. You can buy a thinner rope if you like, but I did want the thicker rope for mine. And it's just an in and an out. Now, if you would like to, you can, and I might do this later, Just put a little bit of hot glue right there, and then that will kind of stabilize it a little bit more. I don't really want to cut this off yet. Let's see how well I can do this without having to cut it. It's just kind of like the Deco mesh where it, because it's been around that spool, it's curling up on me, so. All right, so this first one is over. So then I went under there, got glue on me. Go over here, and then you have to go under on this one. Okay, so then you're gonna bring this around. And this takes a little bit of work, but again, I think it's just because this rope is really, really thick. But I wanted a thick rope. I didn't want a thin one, but you very well could do that if you want. All right. So this one is under, over, under. And so on this one, it's got to curl back over, and then you're going to go under. Okay, you're gonna bring it back over, and you brought it back over this way, so it's gonna go under, then this one is gonna go over, and then this one goes under. So you see how it's making that basket weave? This one went over, under. This one actually should go over this one. Okay. You're gonna have to pull in. One reason why I did that there with the Chanel seam is because I know we're gonna have to pull this, and I don't want it to come loose from the glue. Okay. So we're gonna pull that. That's gonna be up. That one came over, this one went under, so now this one has to go under. And this would be a lot easier, you know, not on camera. So I'm gonna do maybe a couple more of these all the way to the end of the blue. Now you could make, do a different kind of pattern with this, like if you wanna do 10 blue, 10 cream, 10 tan, and just do that all the way around. But I don't want to do that because I think that would be, it would just be a little bit more. And make sure you try to keep this straight as it comes under too, okay? And then bring that back around. So that's immediately gonna go under, and this one goes over. But as I was saying, I did not want to do that just because I figured it would be harder for me to try to cut and start and hot glue and all that good stuff. I'm going to try to bring this through a little bit more to give me a little bit more leeway here with this rope. Okay. All right, so over, under, and this one will go over. Okay, and then this one will go under. Again, you got to kind of keep giving yourself some leeway here with this rope. Takes a little bit of work. This is one of those things, if you're sitting in front of the TV, if it's a rainy day, this would be a good little project to do. Okay, pull this out. Okay, so now that one was over, under. This one is gonna go over, and then it's gotta go over that one. So then push that all the way through. Let's just go ahead and push some more of this through so we don't have to struggle as much. So push some of that. As you can see, it's kind of easy to get confused a little bit, but just keep working with it. I'll probably try to roll this up a little bit on my next pass. My next color, rather. Okay, so again, make sure you're pulling this kind of tight now because you don't want this to come loose. All right. Give me some extra in here. Push that through. And then I can pull this out. Okay. So this is where we are. All right. You see how pretty that is already? And again, this part right here is going to be cut off. So don't worry about that for right now. All right. So this one, we're gonna go over. Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting myself confused here. Let me pull this through. Okay. Let's do it like this. Okay. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and I had to take a second and untangle this. I was confused myself, so I was probably confusing some of you all with this, but I decided just to kind of pull this rope all the way through because it was just getting a little too tangled up the way that I was trying to do it. So I just been pulling it out so it's not as confusing, okay? So this is where we stopped, and this is the top one where I went over here. So I'm gonna go under this one and all the way through, and I think it's easier unless you're gonna pre-cut. From what I just found, it's a lot easier for you just to pull it through all the way. That way you don't have to worry about this mess of, okay, where did I start? Where is the right one? Trying to weave all of that through, you know, the way I had it just a second ago. This is a little bit easier. Again, it might take a little bit of work because I have to sit here and pull all of this through. But if it keeps me from being confused, then so be it. And I don't want this to take longer than it has to. So, okay, there's my pattern so far. I'm under this one. So, again, I'm not twisting it or anything like that. I'm just taking it right back over. Okay, and do that. Okay, again, pushing it all the way under, then it's gonna be over. And let's go ahead and bring this all the way through so we don't start getting confused. Well, at least I won't get confused. You probably didn't. You probably saw what was going on. It's like, okay, Sharon, y'all might not want to do that because it's looking like a tangled mess, which it was. Again, I don't think you would have this problem if you were going to use a, look at that pen. I think I stuck myself with that. Okay, if you're going to use a thinner, more kind of pliable rope, but again, this is super thick, so. All right, so this is how I am so far. That next bar, I'm gonna go over that one. Okay, so as I go over that one, then of course this one is going to be under. It'll go under and then it'll come over this way. So you get the kind of general concept of how it works. And at the end, it is going to make for a beautiful, very unique wreath, okay? If you want something different, this is definitely what you're looking for, okay? So let's go ahead, pull this all the way through. All right, and I'm just gonna show you a couple more of these, and then I'm gonna finish all the blue up, and then I'll be back. And make sure you're pushing this in because you want this tight. You don't want there to be any gaps in there, okay? So that one was, I'll show you one more time. That one was like that. So it's under this inner bar. So we're actually now gonna go over the inner bar down through here. And let's go ahead and pull this all the way through. The rope is all the way on the floor now. Okay. Then we're gonna go through here. Pull that through. All right, and then we're going to, that's over. Now we're gonna go under again. Okay, so you get the general concept of that. I'm gonna go ahead and again finish all of the blue, and then I will come right back and show you how I add on the next color. Okay, everybody, I'm back, and this is the first part. I have hot glue all over my hands now, but this is the first part of the basket weave, the rope weaving. Okay, turned out really pretty. I like the way it looks so far. There are a couple of places, you know, that's kind of got some spaces in it, and I could have squeezed it just a little bit tighter because I actually have this much rope left, and you need some really good scissors for this. It took me quite a bit to cut through this rope, but yeah, this is how much I have left of this, and I only did 2 sections. If you look on the back, this is where the first one we started right here, and I've hot glued that down a little bit, and the second one is right there. So this is one section, and this is one section, and as you can see right here, see there are a couple spots that I actually could have pulled the rope a little bit tighter, but it's okay. It kind of it started getting twisted up a little bit. As you can see, like it started to kind of turn on its side some, but that's okay because I actually kind of like the way it looks like that. So it's a little bit different. So I did the same thing on the end here. This is where I just clipped it off right here, and I've hot glued that down, and I put a little tie right there to hold it because I want to make sure that it sets. And then after it's set like that, then I'll go back and do like this one and put some more hot glue on the bottom of this one. But I think this is going to be my next color. So let me find, well, the beginning of it. Ooh, sorry, dropped it. Okay, and do take the pin out because last time I think I got stuck with this pin. Okay, so one thing that I did find that as I used this a little longer, the rope started to, it was more pliable after a while than when I first took it off of the spool. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do just like I did the last time, but this time I think I'm gonna start over here since I already have that one. And I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna fold this under. That's the wrong way because I want that. This is the front, so I want it to fold like that, okay? So let me find my other Chanel stem. And then I'm gonna put some glue right in there and then wrap that Chanel stem. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and start wrapping that around a little bit right here. And then that way, once I put the hot glue on there, well, I need a glue stick. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit. My hot glue gun gets extremely hot and I don't feel like burning myself. So I'm putting a good bit of glue and even put some on the frame right down in there. Put in a good bit of glue there, pressing it down, and then bring that Chanel stem around behind it like this, and then pull it really, really tight. Okay, and then we're gonna leave that in place. Okay, so it will actually start kind of setting and we don't have to worry about pulling it. Now, one thing I did find that if you leave this in, I had one in that was left with the tape on and the other one I had taken off. If you leave that, you can use this just like almost kind of like a needle and thread it through your frame. So that one was, we'll just call this one under because you see how it is right now. It's already under there. So then we pull this one, we're gonna go under that one and then on top of this. So again, I learned that if you just pull all of these through as you go along, it makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and you do, when you do it this way, you do have to kind of monitor and make sure that you're keeping it twisted this way, because sometimes, you know, when you're pulling this through, it'll kind of twist like that a little bit. And again, that might be, if you want it like that, that's fine. And in a couple of places, I didn't mind that, but overall, I wanted it to lay as flat as possible. So we're gonna pull this through. And I think each color will take up 2 sections of your frame. So again, this 2 sections, this section and that section was blue. This section and this section will be this color. And then my last, this will be over here, okay? So again, it's the exact same technique. You just, that one went on top. So this one's gonna go under and then over, and just kind of make sure you try to keep that flat, okay? And just go ahead and pull this all the way through. Pull it all the way through. It makes it a whole lot easier later on, trust me. Tried and true technique right here. So I like to tell you things that it's gonna make your life easier or make your crafting easier, not harder. Again, that one is under. Well, actually it came over this rail. So this one we're gonna go under and gonna come through here. And let's find the end. See, there's the end part, so you can always use this. Bring that up through there. And then pull this through, just like you would thread. Okay. Make sure when you do it this way that you do kind of pull it, okay? When you get in here, that's one thing I didn't do on some of these over here. I didn't pull it. You see, I had to kind of push that down and straighten that out. And that will make it a little bit tighter. All right, there's my end again. I'm up this way, so I'm gonna go through here and just pull this all the way through. Try to hold your hand. Try to hold the end over here, because if you let it go, then it might loosen up a little bit. And where am I? There we go. Pull this all the way through and pull it through the back. I think that'll be a little bit easier for me. Okay. And then again, it can get a little twisted when you do it that way. So just make sure you're twisting your rope. Pushing it down and then twisting it. And push it, okay? Because you want it kind of, you want it tight up against the other one. And where's the end? There you are. Okay, so there's my end. And I'm gonna come up through here because now it's like that. I wanna go over. So I'm gonna take my end and I'm gonna go through there and bring that out. Again, I'm holding on to this. Hold on to that and make sure that you're twisting your rope in the direction that you want it to go so it doesn't look at that. Let's do one more and then I'm gonna go finish the rest of this and I will show you, make sure I'm doing that one right, what it's going to look like in the end. So basically, this wreath will only take, if you buy these on sale, 50% off. That is $5, $10, $15. The frame is $1. So that's $16. So you can have this really cute nautical wreath for $16. Now, you might want to put an anchor, and I'm thinking about doing that. Buying an anchor and then painting it. Maybe I can use some of this leftover rope on that anchor and put that on there. Or if you have some other kind of decor around the house that's nautical, you know, beach theme type things, then you can use the extra rope for that too. All right, so that's what it looks like so far. So I'm gonna go finish this and I'm gonna come back and show it to you. Okay, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming back. I'm all done. This is the final product right now. Very pretty. I think if I did this again, the only thing I would do different is probably each section I would do a different color. You know, blue, you know, the dark blue, then the cream, then the tan, dark blue, green, cream, tan. I probably would do it that way, but that's okay. I did want to show you, let me grab another wreath frame and I'm going to show you a different technique. Okay, I'm back. The other technique I was going to show you, which may be a little bit easier, is if you just kind of fasten that right there and then wrap this completely around your frame. I'm not going to actually do it all the way. I'm just going to let you see how that would work. I still have quite a bit of this left over. It's not enough to do a whole nother wreath with, but if you just want to use it as an accent for something, you could do that. Okay, so that is another option too if you do it that way. And then take this next color, wrap this around, and then you're able to, you can pull it tight and then also hot glue the back. So, okay everybody, I'm back. I got a phone call. I'm still using my phone for my camera until I purchase another one. But I just wanted to show you this. I was trying to kind of make a little pattern here, and maybe it doesn't look all that hot. But anyway, if you just wrap this around, I think that's a really cute pattern too, or a really cute way to make a wreath. And it's so simple, and you can make this wreath. Again, these were on sale, $5. There was $10.99 and then 50% off, of course, to be, you know, $5. And it was 15 feet on the roll, and I have probably, I don't know, that's probably about a good yard or so left off of each one. So you really didn't even need that, the whole thing. So all in all, plus a $1 frame. Now I will do a little bit more with this. I'm thinking about maybe adding some accent here. Might even put a rope or something like that that I can kind of hold this up with, you know, to put it on the hook. But I'm gonna see how I want to do that. But I think I also want to put maybe an anchor. You know what would really be cute for this? What would really look nice is if you bought a mirror and put that mirror in between here, and then maybe have anchor to the side or something like that. But I'm going to work that out, and I'll probably show you all that later. But I just want you to see the final product again. And of course, I'm going to hang it up for you to see it. There's a close-up of it. And I'll show you the back. This one is where I just finished. So I have my little tie right there to hold it, and my glue. And everywhere that I started, I put just a little bit of extra glue, and I did glue some to the frame itself to make sure it holds. Okay, so there's a lot of glue right there, and the glue goes all the way down. I hope you can see that. Goes all the way down to the frame, and I'll show you right here also. So I put a lot of glue in there, and the glue does go all the way down to the frame. And that's everywhere that you start at, okay? Very pretty, very simple, and unique. It's different. All right, so thank you for joining my channel today. Please make sure you subscribe, you click the button down below that you like the video, so we can continue to have these videos for you. And make sure you share on social media. You can follow me on Facebook at Bless the Craft Designs. And we have a Facebook page, a group page called Wreath Designers Network, where there's just a bunch of people on there that just love to, they like to share their love for making wreaths. There we do have, some people will post live videos, tutorials on there, and things of that nature. So if you have time, just check out those two websites. And as always, be blessed.